Hello, welcome to another INFJ ramble. So, really quick, it's so funny. I don't know if you can relate to this, but so I've been with my partner for 25 years and we function very differently. We are wired very differently, and it's not good or bad. I think it's good for the contrast so that we can help each other grow in areas that we have blind spots in, if that even makes sense. And I think that's why everyone comes into your experience, right? They were there to teach you something, or you're there to teach them something that they haven't become aware of yet. Um, but anyhow, this has to do with purchasing things. So for me, I really, really enjoy purchasing handcrafted goods, things that have some type of aesthetic beauty to them. And, usually I choose something that catches my eye. Like it's almost like an automatic, like like I'm being drawn to it automatically. I could go into a room and or a store, and there could be thousands of items before me, and there'll be like one or two things that just automatically grab my attention, and that's how I gauge whether or not something is meant for me or not. And this is applicable to many aspects of my life. It comes whether it be crystals or people or um, where I want to travel to, or it's just a feeling, like it's almost like, oh wow, you found me. There you are. Okay, I'm gonna take you home. Anyhow, that doesn't apply to people, by the way. I am very particular about who I let into my home. It has to do with privacy. It has to do with this is my sanctuary, and I do not want to allow anything or anyone into my home, unless I know that it's, I don't know. I don't know how I determine that yet. But I feel like I've let maybe two people into my home in, I don't know, 20 something years. Anyhow, tomato, tomato. Um, oh, where was I going with this? Oh, purchasing things. This is just an example. So, he likes to purchase things based on their practicality. He likes to purchase things based on, like, I don't know, how he wants to utilize them. And for me, I don't necessarily purchase things because I need them. I purchase them because there's a certain something about them that grabs my attention. I also take into consideration, you know, for instance, how, the aesthetic beauty, and also not necessarily the practicality of it, but I do know that anything beautiful enhances. Do you understand? It enhances a space. Um, I think you can agree you like quality over quantity. So, like I said, it could be in a store, and I'll have 1,000 things placed before me, and there's maybe one or two things that grab my attention. And he was complaining about that. He's like, "Oh, you just like to buy things because they're pretty." And I'm like, well, that's not necessarily true. I take other things into consideration, like, for instance, is this a worthwhile investment? Like, how often am I going to use it? If I'm not going to use it very often, then it doesn't make sense to me to spend monetary energy on it. You know what I mean? But if it's going to be something that I'm going to enjoy, like, quite frequently, apart from its aesthetic beauty, then I'll consider it. I'll also consider the quality of it. Like, is it going to last for a while? Is it going to fall apart? So there's different components that I take into consideration, but he thinks that I just purchase things because they're pretty. So today this hit me. We were in a hardware store. He was looking for a particular style of toolbox. And, it hit me like he was looking at all these things that were not appealing to me at all. And, I understand that he was looking to find something that was just, technical and would be put to use, and that's pretty much it. And I was telling him, I said, see, I said, I've just had an insight. I said, you think that I just buy things because they're pretty. I said, but if you look at the way you purchase things, you just like to purchase things because they're practical and technical. I said, that's basically like a robot. And I said, and without the beauty, you know, you would just have like a really robotic and mechanical thing. I said, whereas when I try to purchase something, I want it to be practical and technical, but I'm also looking for the beauty in it and the quality of it. You know what I mean? And I said, and that's kind of like applicable to a human being, you know, something technical and logical like a robot that's really mechanical versus something that has those qualities as well, but there's a twist, there's like a beauty to it, there's a, um, you know, a spirit in it. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I think I enjoy handcrafted goods, because I know that the things that I purchase are, you know, have been created by someone. They've put their essence into it, their beauty, their soul into what they've created for me. And that's the difference between me and him. And it's not good or bad, right or wrong, but I told him to, find harmony and diversity, and to, stop always making me feel bad about my purchases, because I purchase things, yes, for practical uses, yes, for technical like aspects of it, but also for the beauty and the essence and the quality. You know what I mean? So the same can be applied to a human being, right? Like, human being can be very robotic and technical and black and white, or you can have a human being that is beautiful and full of soul and full of, you know, there's a quality to them that is just, very, how do I say, unique. You know what I mean? Anyhow, I don't know if my analogy made sense. And yes, I, in every moment, can find something to learn from. You know what I mean? Anyhow, I'm going to end it. Thank you for watching. Blessings to one and all. And if you learned something cool, if you didn't learn something cool, amen.